aren't you?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Yeah.
You can go to JJ and Ron on Facebook or my page, JJ
I was going to
Jasper.
say jjjasper.com. If you want JJ to come to your community or your church, he is available.
All right, Teresa,
right.
ask or answer or both?
Both.
All right, well, go ahead and answer.
I'm going to try the stock because I've been there, and there's a few. I hope I
Okay.
can. I'm going to say 5 of them, and maybe I'll get them right.
You mean the animals,
Well-
the animals that have to do with the stock market? That's what you're going to answer?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
go
gonna
right
try.
All right.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to think there's chickens there, and horses there, and goats there, and pigs there, and calves there, and
Which
goats
stock
and-
market you talking about?
Yeah, that's
Nairobi?
we're not talking about commodity trading.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not talking about chicken futures.
I'm sorry, the critter campaign was last month.
Yeah. That's a good guess, sort of, Teresa.
I really think Teresa's thinking about the stockyard, going to the stockyard.
Oh, that's right.
You know, I
there's
mean,
a
seriously, I think she was.
Okay.
You were thinking about the stockyard.
No, stock
The animals-
market.
The animals at the stock market
Where are you from?
alive, right?
She's from Texas.
So-
Oh, there you go.
Texas.
They
I'm
spend
not
a lot of time
farmer.
in the
I
stockyard.
came here. I'm foreign from here. I came from Chicago. so-
Chicago.
Right. Teresa, I think Jim's thinking about the, like on Wall Street,
Right,
the
Teresa.
stock market.
Hey, Teresa,
Honest mistake, though.
Teresa, I would like
Well,
you
you
to.
might find a dog. No,
Can you set Southerners straight, though, Teresa? Is it Chicago or Chicago?
Chicago.
Chicago. Okay. All right.
Illinois.
There's no R in there.
No, it's
No, okay.
CHI.
All right.
Okay.
Just want to make sure.
Okay.
You know, I try to tell people that down here, but they don't listen. They just keep calling it
Okay.
Chicago. Anyway, what do you want to ask us?
You guys are the baby boomers, right?
We are.
Okay, then you might be able to get this.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I'm going to give you the year, maybe. Well, it was in 1958. There were
1958.
there were two toy makers who heard about something that was being used at a gym in another country. And
Stretch Armstrong.
Huh?
I'm jumping ahead of the question here.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyway,
That was
This
one guy, by the way,
kind
Tim.
of item, this item was used in a gym class, which gave somebody in these two toy makers in California an idea, but they made it into with a different material.
Okay. Is that the question?
Okay. Now I'm going to ask, and
You only
I'm gonna
get
ask-
100 words for your question.
Hey,
And
don't feel
it was
bad. He's told me the
something-
same thing.
I'll give you a hint. It was something that people used on their hips.
A hula hoop.
Uh-huh.
A hula hoop.
What was the
Hey.
material? What was
which
the
is a
material
classic-
prior?
Classic baby
Okay.
boomer question. Hula hoop. What did you just say about the hula hoop, Teresa?
Okay, what was the material that we used here
To
in
make
the
a
United
hula
States?
to make a hula hoop out of?
Plastic.
Plastic.
Uh-huh.
Plastic.
What was it? What country did the United States get the idea from?
The hula hoop.
Wait, now you only get one question. This
I
is
think
turning
that's-
into a
No, this is all together. No, it's
Okay,
very
I think it was China.
China.
No.
Is there an R in that?
We don't know,
It's from the
Teresa.
world down under.
You're gonna have to answer it. for us.
Australia.
Australia. So the
Yes,
Aussies had the
and-
hula hoop thing, huh?
And the
Okay.
material, you still haven't answered. What was the material that they used?
We
said plastic.
Plastic.
Oh, that they
No, we
used?
used that here.
Okay.
They used there was wooden hula hoops.
Bamboo.
Bamboo.
Yeah.
Great.
A
Hey,
lot of chiropractors started during that era.
I did want to.
I think that's what Doc Holliday was, wasn't it?
But I guess I'm not gonna.
hey,
Well,
Teresa, thank you so
You're a
much.
good sport.
Have a happy New Year. God bless you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Tim and JJ and Jim taking your phone calls from around the country. Our phone number is 888-589-8840. Next up, JJ.
Here's where we go. Kenya is calling from Kansas. Hi, Kenya.
Actually, my name's Tanya, and I live in Minnesota, but I'm driving through Kansas to go home.
It's Tanya.
Well,
Yeah.
Tanya,
Repeat that,
thank you.
JJ.
Yeah, Tanya,
Tanya
from Minnesota,
who's
but she's driving through
to
Kansas.
get home on I-35.
Yes, I was in Oklahoma visiting my parents.
I work for the NSA. And so that's
By the
how
way,
I-
do you have a Verizon
That's
phone?
where I know where you are.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Hey, Tanya, do you want to ask, answer, or both?
I want to do both.
Which one you want to answer?
I want to try to answer the one about John Grisham.
Here we go. Until he was 20 years old, author John Grisham had a dream of making a living playing what sport?
I want to say football.
No.
Good guess.
Good guess,
Was a good
though.
guess.
Yes, but
Okay.
You have a question for us?
Yes. My question is, where is the Spam Museum located? What city and state is the Spam Lunch and Meat Museum located?
Spam
Yes.
Lunch and Meat Museum. There is such a thing.
Yes, there is.
Well, I'm going to guess it's in your home state of Minnesota somewhere. Am I right?
There you go.
You're right.
I'm guessing because you're proud. I can tell in your
Yes.
voice. You know.
Hey, when's the last time you ate Spam?
But wait.
Oh, I just ate Spam 2 days ago. I love it.
Where is Spam? I mean, where exactly is the Spam Museum? So where we're traveling?
In Austin, Minnesota,
Austin, Minnesota, which is near where?
which is near Albert Lee. It's an hour and a half from the Twin Cities from Minneapolis.
Toward Rochester, or toward Duluth.
Yep, it's right by Rochester, 45 minutes from Rochester.
Okay.
Tim, I was almost sure you were going to ask her if she could finally identify what Spam is made of.
Well, she can. Tanya, go ahead. Give us 3 ingredients there in Spam.
Ham,
Water. Water's in there.
water,
Yeah.
and I don't know, bologna, I guess. I don't know.
Tanya, thank you so much
God
for calling
bless.
in. Thanks for listening to AFR. You have a blessed new year.
Be safe
Thank
driving.
you. All right, thanks.
Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Where else, people, would you listen to learn where the Spam
Museum.
is
Right.
located?
Yeah,
It's in Minnesota, in Austin, Minnesota.
Austin,
So
Minnesota.
if you're traveling that way, hit Mount Rushmore, then go over to the Spam, and then go over to the Spam Museum.
And if you're wondering about a lunch idea, eat a
Yeah.
little bit of Spam, chase it with some fruitcake.
Why you travel by Mount Rushmore? So, all
A
right.
Spam sandwich with fruitcake toast.
Fruitcake for dessert. That leftover fruitcake from
Nobody
Christmas.
knows what's in any of that stuff, really, do they? Trivia Friday, American Family Radio. Our phone number is 888-589-8840. 888-589-8840. JJ, we're up next.
Carla from beautiful, historic Vicksburg, Mississippi. Good morning, Carla.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thank you
Ask,
for the advertisement for Vicksburg.
well, Civil War, folks, after you visit the Spam Museum,
Right,
if you want
just
to take
drive
in
south.
some Civil
All you do
War-
is hop on the river
Yes.
That's right.
and come on down through Cairo and
Come down
St.
the river.
Louis and Memphis,
That's
and then
right.
you're at Vicksburg. Get
And
off the boat.
all of the beautiful, a
Vicksburg.
lot of Civil War history there. Hey, Carla, ask, answer, or both?
Answer.
Which one you want to answer?
Doc Holliday was a dentist.
He was
Yes,
indeed.
yes.
he was.
Here's the question. The Western gunfighter Doc Holliday was what kind of doctor? And Carla correctly said he was a dentist.
Doc Holliday. You just don't think of a dentist being a violent person, do you?
I could
when
see
I
it.
think of Doc Holliday,
I
would not.
would you
to sit
want
in his
him work-
chair with his tires
Would you want
working
him-
on me?
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. Would you want him going to a gunfight and then coming in to do some work on your teeth?
Only if he won.
Only if you-
Well, no, not even if you want, because he'd still have gunpowder ribs to deal on his face.
That's true. Have y'all seen that commercial? I don't know what company it's for. It hadn't been on in a while. I may have mentioned this before, but anyway, it's a guy. He's waiting in the waiting area to see. He's got a dentist appointment, and he can see, the dentist office, and the dentist is on the phone in a very heated argument with somebody. Okay,
Yeah, right.
and just shouting, and then he like slams the phone down, walks out of his office, and tells that guy, "Okay, you can come on in. You're next.
Right.
You're next." I mean, it's a very funny commercial. Anyway, Carla,
I would walk out the
did she
door.
ask-
Carla, do you have a question for us?
No, I don't, but I can answer the one about the
Well,
Roosevelt
we
brothers.
only limit you to
cousins.
one question.
one-
Yeah,
So
one answer.
Okay.
Thanks for
Thank.
Okay.
Have a good New Year.
You too. God
Thank-
bless you.
Thanks, Carla. Keep listening to American Family Radio. By the way, if you want to listen to AFR on the internet or watch on the internet, it's afr.net. It's very simple. afr.net, afr.net. And we do have apps for your smartphones to listen and or watch on your smartphones from American Family Radio. I'm Tim Wildman. Joining me on set here is the pride of Owensboro, Kentucky, J.J. Jasper, and Jim Stanley, the pride of Ingomar, Mississippi. Do they claim?
They don't even know who I am.
They don't even know who you are. Okay.
No.
But anyway, Jim's proud of something. Pride and joy of your mom, all right? So maybe
We'll go with that.
We'll go with that?
Yeah.
All right, so anyway.
Pride and joy of my wife. How about that? I got a great wife.
Well, yes, you do have a great wife, and whether you're her pride and joy, I don't know. We're going to have to check on that one. But all right, next up, let's repeat our questions real quickly here. What do you got here?
Here's what I've got. Until he was 20 years old, author John Grisham had a dream of making a living playing what sport?
Wasn't football.
Wasn't football, so there's a hint. And then the next question, as reflected in the Gettysburg Address, as referenced in the Gettysburg Address,
yes.
I want to know how long is 77 years?
All right. What animals do you find in the stock market on Wall Street?
STOCK.
Right.
Not stockyard, people.
That was an easy...
Oh, mercy. What Oscar-winning song was introduced in the film Thank God It's Friday? And who wrote East of Eden?
Who wrote East of Eden? My questions are, what is the Pink Panther in the Peter Sellers movies with that name? What is the actual Pink Panther? Number 2, what movie character was, quote, afraid, alone, and 3 million light years from home? And number 3, how were Theodore and Franklin Roosevelt related? Two of our presidents, specifically. And let's get continuing on here on Trivia Friday, a.k.a. JJ.
Yes, Learning University. And
Thank
the
you.
diploma is up for grabs, folks, so pay attention and answer correctly. Alfredo from Lubbock, Texas, an opportunity to make a good grade here. Alfredo, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Did you got any New Year's resolutions, any goals for this new year?
Yes, back away from the table about 6 inches.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm already there.
A lot of folks.
I'm going to start that in
have that.
February.
Right.
February is my goal for that one, Alfredo.
Yeah.
Hey, ask, answer, or both, sir.
I have both.
Okay, which one you want to answer?
Well, I'm going to go with Jim the bear. I'm in the Wall Street.
All right, here you go. What animals do you find in the stock market?
You find a bear and a bull.
You are absolutely right.
Ding,
Bulls
ding,
and
ding.
bears.
Way to go,
All right,
Alfredo.
Alfredo, which represents which?
When it's bullish,
Well, if they say it's bullish, is that good or bad?
That's good.
That's good. That's right.
Yes.
A bull market means a good stock market.
Mm-hmm. And
a bear
bear
market means a bad one.
right.
Right.
Now, the bear community's protested that.
They have. They're
but,
disappointed.
to no avail. But you'll see them out in front of Wall Street picketing from time to time. Just
Especially the bears from
well,
Chicago.
It's a negative stereotype of bears, and you can understand how they wouldn't appreciate that.
You mentioned picketing. When mimes picket, is there anything written on their picket signs? I just can't.
And the hits keep on
I
coming.
don't know, ladies and gentlemen.
Alfredo.
That was first thought up in Owensboro, Kentucky, somewhere
Adam,
back
you
in
need
the
to find us
back
a
in the
rim
70s.
shot for some of these.
Alfredo, do you have a question for us, sir?
Well, it's not a question. Actually, it's just something y'all know what it means. You know, in the saloons, when you would walk, the cowboys would walk to a bar. Close to the floor, there was a round rail underneath. What was that for?
The round rail underneath?
Yes.
In the saloon?
Yes, in the saloon. When you were walking to the saloon, the cowboys would walk to the bar and
Yeah.
close to the floor, maybe about 3, or I would say no more than 2 inches high. There was a round bar all the way around.
You
What
got
was it for?
I've
footrest.
heard this. Is it something? I've heard this. Is it something?
Jim Stanley said a footrest.
Something to do with their spurs?
Yeah, to keep their spurs from scratching up the floor.
No.
No, well,
I'm going to say they were doing. That's when gymnastics started right there.
the limbo.
Doing the round of
Alfredo,
yeah.
what's the answer? You got us curious.
Okay. When they would come in from a long ride on the horse, they would walk to the bar and they would raise one foot up and set it there to release pressure on their back, on their spine.
From riding on the horse?
Interesting.
From riding on the horse so long, does that create pressure on your back that you need relief from?
See, Doc Holliday might have been the first chiropractor.
Hey.
Hey, Alfredo, before you go.
And then soon after that, they started doing hula hoop contests.
Alfredo, you kind of opened this door. I got to tell you this before you go. Three-legged dog walked in the saloon and said, I'm looking for the man that shot my paw. Three-legged dog, Alfredo.
You get me laughing on that one. That's funny. That's so corny. It's funny.
Hey,
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
have a great
Alfredo.
New Year.
Thank you. Y'all have a happy New Year.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. Alfredo calling from Lubbock,